that out of the way. So hello. Sorry, I'm setting things up real quick. And I'm trying to get this put up. Suck it, technology. Come on. Here we go. Okay. Here we go. Come on. There we go. That way, this is out of the way, and I'm in. Okay. All right. It might be a little laggy at first, but I don't think it'll be too bad. Okay. I'm also going to post this to the Hanami stuff. I don't know how many people are watching. It doesn't tell me on the streaming thing I'm using, so I can see comments though. Sorry, this is really boring. I know. I don't know how many people are watching. Oh, 2 people, one of them. Okay. Wait, it's 3. Okay. I'm getting everything set up. So like it's here though. I think hopefully this is big enough. The screen is. It's not getting bigger on mine. So, and it's a little tiny bit laggy. So what I'm saying is probably taking a minute to get over there. Okay. All right. So, okay. I am posted. So, I have a little bit of a base. Oh, I'm watching from a phone, so I can say the size of the screen won't be a problem. Okay, cool. I'm glad to hear that. Because it's like kind of small on my screen, so let me click out of that. Okay. So yeah, I prepared a base ahead of time because it takes me a really long time to do line art and get through the sketching process. So and wait, I'm the only one. Again, I think people are going to filter in and out because it's one of those things. Okay, let me quickly fix up. Oop, that's not on the right color. And there's going to be a lot of tilting, so be warned. But yeah, so I'm actually going to pull up the YouTube link just so I can see. once it loads. And you're probably seeing my YouTube screen, so it's taking forever to load. Okay, three people. Cool. Okay. I don't want to exit out of that. I want to get out of YouTube. Okay. And then I'll just focus on here. All right. So, did that... Oh, come on. There we go. Okay. That's pulled up. That's good to go. And, all right. I'm going to start on a new layer. Well, I might draw it on the same layer. So, yeah. To anybody out there who is tuning in or is popping in, I am going live, obviously, for the first time, so I apologize if I am awkward and I'm fluctuating a lot. I'm looking at my Instagram on my phone, but I'm also going to try and draw at the same time. So if you have questions about Nala or Hanami while I'm drawing, feel free to leave it in the chat box. That's going to be, I have that pulled up, but I don't see anything else. So yeah, I apologize if the screen is a little small if you're on a desktop. This is the only way I figured out how to stream from my thing, but yeah. So if you have questions, feel free to shoot them. Hanami, Nala, either one. Just questions in general. I know there's probably not very many people watching, but if you are, or you are going to miss it, or I am going to leave this on the YouTube page, which is my YouTube page. So there's that. But yeah, I'm just going to start drawing, and I'm just gonna go from there. So yeah, any questions, leave them in the chat box. Other than that, it'll probably be mostly silent. We are 4 people. Yeah, I figured a lot of people wouldn't tag in right away, if at all. So I'm kind of looking for a small turnout. You know what? I have an idea. I'm gonna go live on Instagram as well. Because why not? Alright, so I'm gonna go live on here as well. Turn around. Oh, okay. Let's put this right here actually on my thing. Okay. Alright. I'm live on Instagram as well, so cool. If you're on a phone, I apologize. So I'm going to try and do my best to keep up with both. So that being said, oh, there's people. Hello. If you guys want to watch me draw, I'm live over on YouTube as well, drawing Nala. So just wanted to throw that out there. I know there's not a lot of followers on this account, but hello. I figured if you have a laptop, you could pull up YouTube and also watch the Instagram feed here, because there's not a lot of people watching on YouTube, which is okay. I'm going to upload the video after I finish anyways. So if you guys have questions about Nala, throw them out. I'm going to do my best to draw and also answer questions at the same time. So that way, since I'm streaming on YouTube and also streaming on Instagram, I can answer the questions on both ends. So, cool. So yeah, if you guys have any questions you want to know about Nala or even Hanami, I will answer both. This is just for fun. It's not very formal. I don't mind what we talk about. So as long as it's related to my two projects. Is there any airbender on the team Avatar? I'm still working on that. Because right now, if we're talking about Nala's team, okay, yeah, on Nala's team right now we have 4 members. We don't have an airbender yet, so I'm trying to think of a way. I don't know if I want to actually add 5 people onto Nala's team Avatar. I kind of want to leave it at 4. But an airbender is definitely, like, she needs an airbending master. So that's definitely in the works. I'm still trying to figure out what I want to do with that. Because if I do have an airbender, I don't know what I'm going to make, who they are, what they're going to be like, and all that fun stuff. But maybe. Right now, no airbender, but it could be a Korra situation. But I'm not sure yet. Like, she has an airbending master, but there's no, like, official airbender on her team. YouTube, Kalo, does Nala live in the desert or the mainland of the Earth Kingdom? That's a good question. So Nala, if you look at the official Avatar The Last Airbender map, there is a northern portion above the Siwang Desert that looks like it could be grasslands. So she, her village, her people live in the grasslands above the Siwang Desert. So they're really, really close to the desert. Initially, her tribe was from the desert, but they broke off of the Sand tribes during Kyoshi's lifetime and moved into their own tribe. They kind of became independent. So they live in the grasslands above the Siwang, but they're still connected to the Sand tribes. And her mom is actually a merchant slash like traveler to in and out for the Sand tribes and the and Nala's tribe in particular. So she lives kind of on the mainland, but she's also like right next to the desert too. Okay, we got a few questions over. Was Nala born in Sand tribe or something? So her tribe, to a quick recap, is it was once a part of the Sand tribes. They broke off like 400 or 500 years prior to Nala's lifetime during Kyoshi's lifetime. And they are affiliated with the Sand tribes, but they're not a part of the Sand tribes anymore. But Nala does know sandbending. So her tribe's name is the Nyasi tribe. I have a friend from North Africa who, hold on real quick. Okay. Go away. There we go. Sorry. I got a text message. So yeah, her tribe is called the Nyasi tribe. Because my friend from North Africa, her name is Mandy. She is amazing. Shout out to Mandy. She was helping me develop Nala's culture because Nala's group is primarily based on North African roots. So Nyasi is actually a Swahili word for grass, I believe. I think that's correct. I know it's affiliated with grass. How is the Kyoshi warrior a waterbender if she's descended from a lot of non-benders? So, first off, I did answer this question in the comments on that particular post. So Suki is her name. You got to take into consideration how Katara was from a bunch of non-benders, and she was a waterbender. Both of her parents were non-benders. So Suki is descended from Sokka. She is... Okay, quick little headcanon thing. In Nala's universe, Suki and Sokka had 2 kids. They had 2 daughters. And Suki is descended from one of the 2 daughters. And Sokka being Water Tribe, that kind of adds into that gene pool, I guess you could say, if you want to talk like scientifics. So she, like Katara, was born a waterbender, even though she wasn't directly born from 2 waterbenders or 1 waterbender. It's more of like one of those things that just happens. So could you give a quick recap on what the setting, when is it, if I try and look it up to, oh, okay, so the setting of Nala is like, she's the avatar after Korra, and it's roughly set in like the 80s to 90s. I really like the idea of having a 90s based avatar, because at one point I did that with Vani, but it didn't really fit in the timeline, so I'm doing it with Nala. Okay, what happened? Oh, sorry, I'm going through all the Instagram stuff now too. I knew this was gonna happen. Let me duplicate this real quick. I'm trying to draw and do all this at the same time. It's a lot harder than I thought it would be. Okay, flip horizontal. No, don't do that. Ooh, ooh, that looks weird. Okay, hold on. Let me do some editing real quick on this drawing that I'm working on, and then I'll answer the question. Hang on. This is hard. It's hard multitasking. I'm not good at multitasking. Okay, I think that is... Okay, her eye is way too... There. No. There we go. I think that is decent enough. Okay, what was it? What happened to Aerith and Isra? Will they be in Nala's story instead? No, Aerith and Isra are actually being saved for a different possible project that is still kind of based in the similar universe of Hanami. However, they just didn't fit into the story. I tried really hard to fit them both in, and it just wasn't working. I couldn't find a way to tie them in, and their character arcs would stop, and there wasn't really a lot of stuff to do. Is Nala the avatar after Hanami? No. They're completely separate projects. Hanami is like almost 10,000 years prior to Nala. So, and Nala's an earthbender. So, they are not connected at all. They are not, nothing like that. Nala's the avatar after Korra. So, there's that. Hey, just want to say that this is pretty cool. Thank you. I try really hard. Is Hanami in the same universe as Nala? No. They are completely different universes. Hi, Em. Hi, Em. Em's on the Hanami team, and she has an amazing fan comic as well. That is the avatar after Korra. His name is Nico, and I stan. So go check out Em. She's in the comments. How many people are there in the team who are creating on Nala and Hanami? So Nala and Hanami are completely separate projects. Right now, I'm the only one working on Nala. It's more of like a fun side project that I'm doing. Also over on YouTube, I'm very sorry if I pause. Let me, hold on. Okay, she has thick eyebrows. Hold on just 1 second. Drawing eyebrows. Whoa, oh, hold on. So on Hanami's team, we have 6 people. And then on Nala, it's just me. Or it's all just your work. On Nala, it's all me. Hello, Justice Angel. Oh, hi, Becky. Sorry, I didn't see you come in. I'm like scrolling through all the comments. Okay. You're live on YouTube too? Yes. I'm drawing over on YouTube. So you can see me drawing at the same time. I just decided to go live on here for the questions because a lot of people weren't going over to YouTube. Is Nala's father works as an independent cargo pilot, or is he working under a corporation as a pilot? Ooh, I was hoping someone would ask that. Nala's dad works for the Earth Kingdom government. He works for their military. He is discharged from there because he did get hurt. He got what's the word? He got medically discharged. But he still works. His hangar itself is independent. He owns it. He works from it, but he does do like imports and exports from the Siwang Desert for the Earth Kingdom. So he's still employed by the Earth Kingdom, but that's going to play such a big role in the possible first book. I'm so excited. I'm so excited how techie and nerdy Nala is. So is her brother. How much has the world changed? I mean, it's hard to say. It's 80s to 90s based, so obviously there's a lot of new stuff. There's cell phones, like the flip phones. There's a lot more television options. You got color TV. Now, planes are obviously a lot more advanced than what we saw in The Legend of Korra, since they had just introduced airplanes during Korra's lifetime, which Korra dies at a fairly old age. Well, not like super old, but yeah. Oh, a quick point on Nala on the YouTube page. Yeah, Nala's a huge aviation nerd. So is Hassani and her dad. They're all nerds. Every last one of them. Okay. Hold on just a second. I need to move this down real quick. There. That looks a little better. I don't know. Okay, but the world's changed quite a bit, and we get to see the really big dinosaur computers. Y'all, if you grew up in the if you grew up in any era, if you've seen a 90s movie or an early 2000s movie, those big white computers, they're a thing now. So that's what Hassani, Nala's brother, is all about. He loves computers. He loves software engineering and all sorts of crazy stuff like that. Okay. Do you look for some people to join Nala's creating team, or do you want to have the project on your own? Right now, I'm just kind of messing with it on my own, because I don't know what I want to do with it yet. I don't know if I'm going to continue going with it. Right now, I'm just working on it for fun. Now, would be cool if Nala's airbending teacher would be Rohan. It's possible. I do not know who's going to teach Nala airbending, but it could be one of the airbending siblings, because they're still alive. A lot of people from Korra's lifetime are still around in Nala's life. Because Korra dies at about in her mid 60s. I think that the poison Zahir put on her was very was just, I think it took a toll on her. Kind of like how Aang was in the iceberg for so long, it kind of like shortened his life a little bit. But I didn't want to kill Korra off super, super early. So I kind of went for like a middle ground. She was in her 60s when she passed away. And so Asami's still around, Mako's still around, Bolin and Opal are still around. They're all still around. All the airbending kids are around. Tenzin has sadly passed. Trying to think. Let me think. Who else is still around? It's hard to think and draw at the same time. I think I got her nose wrong. I did. No, I didn't. I just forgot one part. Okay, there we go. Do you want Nala to become a lava bender or a blood bender? I'm not gonna do lava bending. Nala already has 2 sub-elements that she kind of knows, that being sand bending and metal bending, but she knows metal bending very, very slightly. Her father and mother are both earth benders, so her mom is a sand bender, and her dad knows a little bit of metal bending. So she learns, she's kind of self-taught. Hold on. I gotta do the Avatar Gren real quick. Ooh, it suits her. This is my first time drawing Nala with the little crooked avatar grin. That's like my big test whenever I draw, is if the character can pass the avatar grin test, they can be the avatar. And I had problems with Vani and her little crooked grin because it never really suited her. But this suits Nala. Oh, she's so cute. She's so cute. Okay, sorry. Okay, I might make it a little, no, I like it like this. I think it would be interesting if Nala's airbending teacher wasn't someone who was someone who isn't an air nomad. I've considered that too. Sorry, that was a question on YouTube. I might consider that too, because I have a big fascination with the airbenders who didn't join Tenzin and Korra and them. I really want to know what happened to them. This is a little small for the avatar grin, so we're going to make this a little bigger. There we go. Will you bring some 90s boy bands into the culture? Oh, you know I will. You know I will. What element would I bend? I would like to be a water bender. I love water bending. in most quizzes I take, I get water bending. So for me, water bending. Oop. There we go. Okay, I'm back. I don't know why it said it had poor connection. So, but yes, lots of pop culture. I'm going to take everything I was doing for Vonnie's pop culture when she was a 90s based sort of comic, and incorporating it into Nala's. But there's also going to be some 80s themes as well. And we'll move this over just a little bit. Okay, sheet. No, I need you to look straight ahead. There we go. There. Okay. Now, my favorite part. My favorite part about drawing, and again, if you're on YouTube or you're watching both, YouTube is lagging just a little tiny bit, so it's a little bit behind where I'm at. I love drawing hair. Hair is my favorite thing to draw, especially Nala's hair. Nala has such thick, curly hair, and I love it. I also incorporated the mixed culture-ness that everybody loved with Vonnie into Nala as well. Nala is partially bicultural. Her father is your typical Earth Kingdom. Hold on, I gotta look at her hair part. Okay. Your typical Earth Kingdom fellow. He's pale, green eyes, all that fun stuff. But her mom is of African basis. Again, as we know, the Sand tribes were based on the Tuareg. Should I just go over? Oh, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I'm alternating. I think I got a handle on it now. Sorry, that was a comment over on YouTube. But her mom is African-based because, again, the Sand tribes are based on the Tuareg, which are a Berber group of people in North/Sub-Saharan Africa. They're kind of scattered everywhere. The Berber groups are. There's multiple. The Tuareg are just primarily, located in the Sub-Sahara. So I try and incorporate more of the African basis that some fans seem to forget about a lot when it comes to the Sand tribes. A lot just to kind of base it on the fact that they think it's specifically Arab, which, yes, the Tuareg are an Afro-Arab group, but, there's still that African basis in there as well. Could Nala know how to use a plane? Nala knows everything there is to know about planes. She is obsessed with planes. She loves mechanics of it. She loves tinkering with little mini airplanes. She is obsessed with planes. So I would not doubt if she kind of has read about flying a plane, but she has not sorry, stop it, Em. She probably doesn't know exactly how to actually control the plane. Okay, I think, and does Nala and Hassani fly with her? Sometimes. Hassani goes with his dad more. Nala normally goes with her mom on exports into the Siwang. Her mom actually uses a sand sailor instead of a plane. So Hassani is more with his dad flying around, and Nala's more with her mom. Okay, sorry. Back to, hold on. What's Nala's goal? What does she want to achieve? That is a good question. I'm still figuring that out. Nala is very big on, my goal with Nala is to bring more representation through sources, through people that I know who deserve representation. And I'm not trying to vocalize, for those groups of people because I'm not descended from those groups of people, but I do want to help play a part if I can bring more awareness. So I feel like that might be incorporated into Nala's goal because her tribe is super, 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 super small. They're mostly they're literally a super small village, primarily, in the northern parts of the Earth Kingdom. So not a lot of people really know that they exist. But a lot of their, not necessarily toys, but their industrialized things in the Earth Kingdom come from this village. Hold on. I gotta go back up. Will she get the connection with the prior avatars back? I don't know. I've done theories on how it's possible, but I don't know if Nala will specifically do it or not. Because I'm gonna be completely honest. I already know who the avatar after Nala is, aka Bonnie. And that was something I actually, a long time ago, explored with Bonnie. So I might want to save that if I decide to bring Bonnie back in the future. Because obviously she's still heavy on my heart. I love Bonnie. She's my daughter. So, I don't know. For Nala right now, all I know is that the first book, if it becomes a thing, would be primarily based on colonization and, cultural erasure, basically, because that's what happened in Africa. That happened all over Africa. So that's a very big part of their history. So I would like to bring more awareness to that, especially places like South Africa. I actually am taking a class on South African history right now, and oh, yeah, that's all I got to say about that. Does Korra end up having any kids? If she does, will they appear? I'm considering bringing back my one idea for a character that her and Asami adopted. Her name was I think it's pronounced Yatsuko. That was not Hanami. Nala's mother's not Nala, Asami's mother's name. But it's really, really close to Atsuko, which is Wan's daughter's name in Hanami. Oh, I don't like this hair strip like I thought I would. Hold on. Okay, I'm just going to erase that, and her hair's just going to be down. Nala's hair's down for this post, because why not? Okay. Anyways, sorry, sidetracked. So, if I do, that'll probably be the character that'll show up again, because she's already made and I already know her personality. So it's possible, but I do think maybe Korra and Asami adopted at least one child, if anything, but I don't know for sure if that's going to be a thing or not. But yeah. Hold on, I gotta scroll down again. Regardless of the weather or not, Nala will do it in your story. Do you think it's possible for her to regain her connection to the past avatars? Based on a theory that I think is plausible, I think it is possible to bring back the past avatars. But again, this is a fan theory made by me, so who knows? Who even knows at this point? Because I sure don't. But who knows? I mean, if I decide to go that route, then I'll go that route, but I might not say anything, because, I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I like being able to have surprises down the road. But are there going to be any interesting villains in the series? Yes, I already have an idea for my first one, and they are going to be unsuspected, I think. Like I said, it's going to go a lot into colonization and primarily like industrialization as well. So I think, personally for me, it's going to be really cool, because there's a problem Nala is faced with that takes her to Republic City, and I'm really excited for that. And because she does have to meet some of the OG people, like Mako is still around. Mako's one of my favorites. I have a little Funko Pop of Mako. He's my favorite, like the Legend of Korra character. So she needs to meet Mako and his granddaughter, who is on Nala's team Avatar. So they still have to meet some way, somehow. So there's a thing that gets Nala to Republic City, but corporations remember that. But yeah, I think will there be continuous villain or different ones? It depends. It really depends. For Hanami, I'm kind of going with a little bit of both. So I don't know what I'll do for Nala. Oop. Here we go. Oh, thank you. I try and be passionate. My family is from South Africa. That's so cool. I'm learning a lot about it right now, and oh my goodness, it is amazing. It's amazing. I love learning about Africa. Africa is such a beautiful country. There's so much culture, and it's so hard to, like, express how much I love it. In previous Vani, Northern Air Temple was rebuilding stage after Red Lotus attack. Is the same rebuilding or left in its... Oh, they're rebuilding. Don't worry. They're rebuilding the Northern Air Temple. If anything, it's been rebuilt. I'm still debating on what I'm going to do with that. But I know that it's either been rebuilt or transformed. One of the two. Okay. Gonna keep going. Hello! I'm trying to, like... Oh, do you have an idea which characters from Korra could appear? Yes, absolutely. There's a lot that can happen that connects Nala to Korra. First off, we do see Mako. We will see Mako for sure. Because his granddaughter is on Nala's team avatar. Actually, she becomes Nala's best friend. They have such a cute little relationship. But, ooh, I don't know what I'm doing with her hair. This isn't going like I thought it would. Okay, I'm just, you know what? It's gonna go over her shoulder, and that's it. There. That's gonna be Nala's hair. I don't know if I like that or not. Hold on. So yeah, we will see Korra characters. Now, I tell you, cool thing, first place when Roku traveled is when Aang was born. In the first place Aang traveled is the place where Korra was born. Just think about it. That's true. But that would also mean the first place that Korra would have traveled to would have been Republic City. So Nala would have had to have been born in Republic City. But I'm saving that for the avatar after Korra. And not Korra, Nala, which is Vani. So, there's that. Ugh, Nala's hair. What is going on with Nala's hair? Ugh, I can't with her hair right now. Her hair is making me mad. She has a lot of hair, and I can't seem to draw curly hair today. Ugh. Okay, come on. Here we go. I think I finally got something. I'm gonna go with that. Okay. Yes, Mako fam. Also, if you guys really like Mako, check out, again, The Legend of Nico, because M has this amazing character. I'm probably gonna butcher his name. I think it's Rao, or is it Rayo? I probably butchered it. But he is Mako's grandson, and he is everything that is good in this world. And he deserves everything good. Will the White Lotus be more similar to how it was in the LOK? Because they were very different in both shows. That's debatable. Because I am struggling a little bit with what I would do with the White Lotus. Especially with Nala's, in Nala's lifetime. Because there's a lot of confusion going around, because we also have the introduction of social media, aka like MySpace, and like news outlets being online now. And it throws around a lot of confusion. So it's going to be pretty chaotic. The White Lotus, but they will be there. The White Lotus will be there. I just don't know if I'm erasing things that don't need to be erased. I don't know if I'm going to take it the route I did with Vani, where they try and dictate again like they did with Korra, or if I'm going to take it on a different level. So, to be determined. TBD. But I'll figure it out eventually. Yeah, he gets way too much hate. Thank you. Will you introduce new types of bending? I've thought about it. The only one that I consider possibly plausible, and I'm still teeter-tottering with it, is glass bending. But the problem I have with glass bending is that glass is very, very, very refined. It might be too refined to be able to actually control or bend. So if anything, I'll just stick with what's already there. So there's that. Then I can finally... her hair looks so flat on one side. Nala's hair is not flat like that. What am I doing? Kyla, get your act together. Hold on. Justice Angel, that's a good question. Yeah, I'm still messing. You said it right the first time. Rao. Okay, thank the Lord. You're making me want to work on Nico, but yeah, take a break. Focus on your mental health. I'm watching you. Will there be some more discovering of a new portal in Republic City, or Korra already did that? That's a good question, too. I plan on having some spiritual stuff going on. Especially since Nala isn't going to be our typical earthbending avatar. She's different from other earthbending avatars like Kyoshi. So she's not going to fit that typical like earthbender mold. So in one of the Kyoshi comics, she fights glassbenders. It's possible. It's been, again, I struggle jumping back and forth. Oh, glassbending actually became canon in The Shadow of Kyoshi. Okay, so it exists. I wasn't sure. I've only read the second book once and the first book twice. So I don't remember a lot. I don't comprehend a lot when it comes to reading those books. So maybe Nala glassbends. Who knows? Anything's possible because she already knows sandbending. Okay, I'm going to work with this hairstyle and call it a day, because with the hair at least. Invasion of the United Republic was the last great conflict of Korra's time. Wars can be a nice trigger for an aviation technology. Is there any war after the Legend of Korra Book 4 or Invasion of Republic City was the last great conflict during the time of Korra? Obviously, I have to work on Korra's life after the show itself. I'm not gonna lie, I haven't worked a lot on Nala in the backstory and the lore yet, but I will work on it because I need to, which is why I'm drawing and doing this tonight, because you guys always seem to give me some really good ideas. So I appreciate you all for that. Ugh. Okay, where else? Yeah, don't break your arms, Em. Is Nala more spiritual avatar, or is she something like Korra? I say she's kind of in the middle. She's kind of in the middle. She's super smart, super, super clever. She's very quick-witted. She's just, she's got like that mind, like mechanical type mind. She can think things quick. Take things apart, piece them together, all that fun stuff. Oh my gosh, her hair looks like crap. I am hating her hair right now. I cannot. Oh, I hate that too. I hate this. I hate her hair. I don't know why I can't draw Nala's hair today. I can't draw her hair. Let's see. Let's try this. But I only knew of crystal bending, but there's a lot of bending during Kyoshi's time that got lost to time. Yeah, I think that happens with any type of extra bending. I think it either gets lost or people forget about it, or it just becomes rarer. Is the Fire Nation still a monarchy in Nala's time? Yes. Actually, though, it has been converted to a constitutional monarchy, so it's not an absolute monarchy anymore. I went with that with Vani, so I'm going with that with Nala as well. So, oh my gosh, her hair looks terrible on the left side. I apologize to anyone actually watching this mess of a drawing. Her hair looks awful. I can't draw her hair today for some reason. Normally Nala's hair, I'm fine with it, but today it's just not happening. Anyways, yeah, yes, she's a more diplomatic type avatar. She's not like ready to fight. But yes, Fire Nation is still a monarchy, but it's a constitutional monarchy. So with a constitutional monarchy, there's a parliament, there's a cabinet underneath the Fire Lord. So the Fire Lord has most control, but there's that balance now during Nala's time. This is something that I think Zuko actually put in place to avoid something like a 100-year war again. So the Fire Lord can't just say, go straight for it. Hi, Britt! Hi, Bree. Could Avatar after Nala be a hacker or something? I don't know in which time period they live, but I think it could be interesting. Nala herself is very tech savvy. So I wouldn't be surprised if she... Actually, Hassani's a hacker. Her brother's a hacker. Just put a beanie on it and call it a day. I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking about putting it half up. Because it's just like this one part right here just doesn't look right to me, and I'm getting really annoyed with it. So I'm just gonna, ooh, nope, we don't want to do that. We do not want to do that. Ooh, don't want to do that either. There. I'll just do what I do with Homura. And if I don't know what I'm doing with Homura's hair, I'm just like, oh, it's half up now. At least it gives it a little more oomph to it. And I kind of know how to take it, because Nala has a similar hair texture to Homura. Anyway, sorry. Nala is an icon and I love her so much. Thank you. I'm so excited for you guys to get to know more about Nala because she's such a nerd. This girl is literally a nerd. The biggest nerd. I wanted an avatar who wasn't like, you know, a lot of people like with Kyoshi. I think Kyoshi was pretty chill though. Like Korra was really headstrong. Yang Chen was very, very compassionate. Roku was indecisive, but he was also very compassionate. And I want there to be a nerdy avatar, you know, like just like someone's got to like we need a nerdy avatar who will fangirl over celebrities and you know, comic books, because there's superhero comic books during Nala's lifetime, which I am incorporating from Bonnie as well. A lot of Nala's ideas and like pop culture comes from Bonnie, so be prepared for that. Is Nala going to have an animal guide like Appa or Naga, or like mine is Ruhu? I'm still working on her animal guide. But right now, I know it's going to be a smaller animal. I kind of want to explore more of like the smaller animals since Nala lives during a time of technology where there's cars. And I feel like having a big animal will be a little counterproductive. So her animal guide is actually going to be something small. Like my first rendition was Zuri. Zuri is a meerkat prairie dog mix because I wanted to fit that grassland theme. Stop. Oh my goodness, stop. I can't do anything today. This is killing me. But meerkat prairie dog, that's my current iteration, but I don't know if it's going to stick. Because again, everything is very up in the air for Nala right now. So, who knows? Have you read Korra's Chronicle? I don't know if that's the name of the book, but I just mean the book. Yes, I have read parts of it because people were like, "Oh my goodness, there's this thing now where now they can't contact the past avatars and like any avatars anymore," which is actually just a theory. It's not canon. Korra, and plus the book itself isn't canon. But I think Korra herself didn't know how much the connection was kind of screwed up, but she kind of went through the same process Wan did when she reconnected with Rava. So I highly, highly doubt that Nala won't be able to connect with Korra. But that's just my own personal opinion. So there's that. Yeah, Nico rarely rides. Yeah. Anmu, Anmu has a bison. I forgot about that. I shouldn't have forgot about that. I'm sorry. Every time I read The Legend of Nico, I scream whenever Ralph shows up. I'm not even gonna, I don't scream, but internally I do. I love Mako so much. Okay, I love Mako and his descendants. I just love Mako. Mako is my absolute favorite character. And, I keep doing that. Smudging thing. I'm not trying to. Okay, I think Nala's, I don't like how her face is, so I'm going to mess with her face shape a little bit. Just real quick. Let me connect these layers. So they're one layer, because I'll forget to draw on the right layer. So, okay. I want to give her she has like a little bit of cheekage going on. She has chubby cheeks. Nala does, because it's adorable and it's great. And it's something I incorporated from myself into her, because I have chubby cheeks. I had the idea of a tree of time could help out with the connection of the past avatars. I mean, it's possible. I think we all, there's a bunch of fan avatar theories out there that could bring back the past lives. I personally kind of looked more into energy bending because I think that plays a very, very large part in how things transcended anyways, as well as spirit bending. So I think it's more of a spiritual thing than anything, but the Tree of Time could play a part in there. Not gonna lie. So I'm gonna draw her dimples because Nala has dimples. Her chin is way too long. Oh my goodness, I can't draw today. I cannot draw today. And plus, this is just a test run, so. And plus, I thought you guys might want to watch me draw, because a lot of people have been asking for it over on Hanami, but it's not Hanami, so I apologize. Is you guys going to be more political and controversial in the comics, or focus less on politics like in the show? There is going to be a little bit of political upheaval, especially in the first book, but it mostly has to do with colonization in Nala's, not necessarily Nala's area, but just in general. There's going to be a lot of history that was inspired by things that went on in South Africa in the early 1900s to late 1800s with the Native Lands Act and what do you call it? Apartheid. I just did reading on that yesterday, and I wrote a paper for it, which was segregation in South Africa, it was absolutely awful during that time period, and the fact that it didn't get resolved until the 90s. Ooh, there we go. Hold on, I gotta plug in. So, yeah, so there will be politics, but more of like historical politics than like recent politics. Book 1 in Nala's story, what I think will happen will be more based on political problems within corporations, because again, there's like a lot of monopolies going on that are taking over small businesses and family-owned businesses, and that includes Nala's dad's hangar. So keep that in mind. I think the direct connection is dead, but you got Rava's memories of her time with the past avatars. Yeah, that's kind of what I was relying on. I don't know. I don't know if I'll even attempt going back to that theory with reconnecting with the past lives. But drawing is it's just my drawing is just a mess today. I apologize to everyone. Oh, what does it want me to install? Not now. What is it doing? Downloading one item. Okay. I don't know what it's downloading. But yeah. Board just chill. Oh yeah. That's all chalk. I did that whenever I got this last year for Christmas. I wanted to have something cool in the background for if I did live streams, and it's not that cool, but it's there. I draw the things. Ignore the little sun thing, because I can't draw the Fire Nation emblem whatsoever with chalk or freehand it. So instead I drew the Sun Warrior symbol that will appear in Hanami, because it was way simpler. Way more simple. Plus, the Sun Warriors are the OGs, so you gotta love a Sun Warrior. Okay, now I can start. I feel like her eyes are too big. Oh well. I'll live with it. I'm gonna do her clothes now. What should she wear? I don't want to put her in her overalls, but I do want her arms to be out, because Nala has a little bit of muscle. I'm focusing more on future avatars rather than last avatars. Yeah, I alternate. Why is this thing downloading? Hold on. It's downloading something, and I don't. Okay, there. Okay, that fixed it, I guess. Yeah, ooh. Why was it glitching like that? My phone was glitching. I prefer past avatars just because there's a lot more you can work with, to me. And there's a lot more creative space, if you ask me, and you can use a lot of historical references, which is what I do with Hanami. But I had Nala's idea for months, for literally like months, and I didn't want to do anything with her because I was like, oh, nobody will read it. There's a bunch of past like Earth avatars out there, and all of that. And I was like, I gotta do something with her. She did the same thing Hanami did to me, and was like, hey, you're gonna tell my story. And I was like, okay. So here I am, drawing Nala, even though I struggle with even doing Hanamis sometimes, especially here recently. Are there going to be comedic characters like Sokka and Bolin? Because I thought they were funny. Yes, I think I'm actually giving every character their own kind of sense of humor. So with Nala's brother Hassani, he's more of like this snarky, sort of sarcastic character. Nala herself is really bad with puns. She loves telling terrible puns. And then there's going to be Suki, who is our waterbender who is descended from Sokka, and she's a Kyoshi warrior. She's very serious, but she has her moments that are very Sokka-esque. So she can't draw. Tries really hard to. Can't draw. And then there's times that she just has really bad luck. Like Sokka. So it's kind of like a mix of having both. I meant Nico's connection to the future avatars rather than... Oh, duh. Ignore me. Oh, did Planes has jet engines? Jet engines, yes. Where during Nala's time, it's all jet engines. And is Hanako a fighter, or does she contribute to the team avatar in other ways? I'm still debating on what I'm going to do with her. So if you guys don't know, Hanako is the name that is currently dubbed. I'm going to change her name. She's Mako's granddaughter and is a non-bender on Nala's team avatar. I'm juggling what I'm going to do with her because I struggle with her a lot, because at one point I was going to make her an airbender. But then I was kind of like, she doesn't really strike me as the airbending type. So she might be a fighter. I don't know for sure, but she's going to contribute something. She's super smart. She's super quick-witted. She's a lot like Mako, and very protective. Not like a lot like Mako, but she has qualities of Mako. And she's also fairly cynical. Are commercial flights a thing in Nala's time? Oh, yes. Oh, yes. How do you think they get from the Earth Kingdom to the United Republic, Em? Nala's gonna fangirl about going on planes. She's gonna jump on a plane anytime she can. She wants to ride all the planes and then nerd out about the planes and talk about all sorts of weird aerodynamic facts that nobody but Hassani understands, so everybody thinks they're talking gibberish. And it's gonna be great. Nala's gonna be, she's a little bit of a know-it-all, but it's gonna be funny. She's just gonna be rattling on about different airplane facts and types of airplanes that are produced by places like Future Industries, and it's just gonna be complete chaos. Yes, and the free peanuts, because I don't think I ever gave any of my characters a nut allergy, like a peanut allergy or anything. So she's going to definitely be going for those free peanuts. I know I would. I love peanuts. Nala demands to go to the cockpit and watch. Yes. She'd be that annoying kid. She's that person who acts like a 5-year-old, because you know how sometimes they'll take the kids up to the cockpit and they'll be like, "Oh, look, this is where the pilot sits," and all that. Nala is the nerd who goes with the 6-year-olds, even though she's like 16. Oh yeah, it's glitching pretty bad. I think it's mostly because of my stream. So I think I'm gonna stop the YouTube stream because it's lagging hardcore. So let me restart. Let me end this stream and try again, because it was going pretty well at the beginning. Okay, so I'm gonna head off for a second and then I'll restart. I'll start a new live to see if I end the YouTube stream, if that'll help. Come on. And no. And then delete. Discard. Okay, so I'm gonna end this stream. Thank you guys for tuning in. I am on Instagram, so if you have more questions, that's where I'll be. So thanks for tuning in. I'm sorry I didn't get to coloring. It takes me a long time to draw, and I'm trying to go back and forth, and there's a lot of questions. So I will be over on Instagram, on Nala's Instagram, at AvatarNala. Thank you guys for tuning in, and this will be up.